by the Seattle Seahawks, but a back and forth battle in Seattle. The crowd was roaring. It was chaotic. It was exciting. You really didn't know who was going to finish this game. Some crazy plays, 2-point conversion. I really have never seen anything like that in my life. But good job for the Seattle Seahawks. Everything went their way down the stretch. And, I mean, honestly, what a game for Matthew Stafford. He looked like he probably solidified himself as the MVP of the National Football League with this game. 457 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, which gives him 40 touchdowns and only 5 interceptions on the season. If the season was over today, I think he's the MVP. I think he has around 4,200 yards. It's been a masterful performance by him. Puka Nacua, 12 catches for 225 yards, 2 touchdowns. Really clutch performance down the stretch. Clutch touchdown in overtime on a dig, catch and run that scored and gave the Rams the lead. This was a cool game. And it had everything. It had league changes. It had drama before, during, and after the game. I guess we'll start with the Puka Nacua stuff. I don't know. I obviously, you can't do the things that he did. He apologized. The Rams apologized. Everybody apologized for what he did. But I think he just got baited into something, just being ignorant to it. He's thinking he's just having fun on the stream. He's not. The guy wants you to do something you probably shouldn't be doing, obviously. And it cost him. And it cost him, and it cost him a lot of bad press, and then some stuff with his brother. But for him to have all those distractions and play the way he did was incredible. I'm sure he's going to have many more questions to answer this week. But the story of the game for me was Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold, this cloud over his head about the Rams and him not being able to beat him struggling with the 4 interceptions the last game, and then struggling with multiple interceptions this game that obviously to the viewers reinforced what you thought was going to happen, and I'm sure to him kind of was the worst fears coming true. And I don't think people understand how difficult it is to be in the midst of a game, in the midst of the biggest game of your life. And that was far and away, I think, the biggest game of Sam Darnold's life. You could say the playoffs last year, but this was a game on a new team, trying to establish a new identity on the biggest stage, or on a big stage against a division opponent, a really good team. And he answered the bell. He answered the bell to be able to execute in the fourth quarter. He was 86% completion percentage in the fourth quarter, 157 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception, 104.5 passer rating. The fourth quarter and overtime, I mean, that's incredible. That's clutch. And that final overtime drive where they're down 7. You could say I would assume there were a lot of skeptics. There were a lot of people skeptical about whether he could get it done, whether he would execute. And sure, this team did everything they could. The Seattle Seahawks did everything they could to keep him in this game, to keep this team competitive while he was struggling. And Rashid Shaheed deserves a ton of credit. I'm sure he'll have all Pro Bowl considerations because of the impact that he's had in such a limited time in Seattle. He's come in and made huge plays, back-to-back games, with a return touchdown, a punt return touchdown this game, a kick return touchdown in Atlanta, and a huge end-around run that helped set up another more points for the Seattle Seahawks in this game. But for Sam Darnold to go into this situation and execute the way he did, to stand in the pocket and deliver a dime, a strike to Jackson Smith and Jigba, who also didn't have a catch in the first half. He didn't have a catch in the first half, but ends this game with 8 catches for 96 yards and a touchdown. Breaks the franchise record with 101 receptions on the year. Congratulations to you, JSN. You deserve it. This just feels like a special team. On a night where the defense didn't play to the standard they're capable of, which happens sometimes in these seasons, you run into situations where, it's a light opponent, a division opponent that knows you, and the Rams executed. You run into an MVP candidate playing like an MVP candidate. You ran into one of the best receivers in the National Football League playing like one of the best receivers in the National Football League, and they caught him in a few coverages. But again, that's a number one receiver, a guy who if you watch the tape, Seattle tried to do everything to stop Puka Nacua. Without Devontae Adams, they bracketed him, they clouded him, they doubled him, they did everything. He just found a way, and the Rams and Sean McVay found a way to get him open. But Cooper Kupp had a really, really tough fumble before the half that cost the Seattle Seahawks points. And in a game like that, when you have something that happens to you like that, again, just like Sam Darnold, it messes with your mind, and you don't have the time to think about it and sulk on it and like, hey, I'm gonna go to practice and fix this and be better. In the moment, it sucks. It sucks bad, and for him to be able to push that away, get rid of that, and again, execute a critical catch in the fourth quarter with a toe drag swag was phenomenal to see. So many plays made. K9 having one of his best games of the season, 11 carries for 101 yards, including a 55-yard TD right after half. This showed a complete Seattle Seahawks team. And even though the defense struggled during this game, they had 3 straight 3-and-outs before overtime. That was critical. That gave them a chance. That gave Sam Darnold and this offense a chance to be able to do what they did at the end of the game, go down, score the game-tying touchdown, or the game, whatever you want to call it, the game-winning touchdown is what it amounted to. And they had to go for 2. They didn't have a choice. They had to go for 2, because if they didn't go for 2, you're leaving your destiny in the hands of the Rams. And whether they want to run the clock out and take the tie because they have the tiebreaker with the win in LA, or if you want to go for 2 and go for the gusto. And Mike McDonald made a great decision, went for 2. Sam Darnold executed the play, and I would say he exercised some demons. Does this eliminate everything that happened in the past? No, by no means it doesn't. But it gives this team, this coaching staff, this city, these fans confidence that he can execute down the stretch. And it gives Sam Darnold confidence that he can execute down the stretch against a really good team, a team you struggled against. You can go back and watch this film and feel good that, hey, I made some mistakes, but I did not let it deter me. I did not let it change the way I played. And he made huge plays. He made big throws. He was accurate with the football. He made good decisions. They were 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions in this game. 3 for 3 for the first time in, I think, 5 years was the stat. That was the difference in the game as well. Ooh, this NFC West is crazy. I thought it would come down. I said it, and you guys can't say I didn't. I literally said before this season started in my predictions that this division will come down to the last game between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. And guess what? If both teams win their next game, that's exactly what's going to happen. It's going to come down to the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. And